bad sense. Shucks. If anybody, I found out that if you try to drill stainless steel, it's really hard and you gotta have a special drill bit. And what's really hard is if you drill round stainless steel, because, how do I explain it? If you don't have some high-end lock-in on the money machine, really like I don't know what, but this is what you get. Am I disappointed? Yeah, I am very disappointed. But I did try, and it did suck. The thing is, when you put, I made multiple of them too. If these aren't straight, just on the money, you see I made multiple ones, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a 10-minute job. They all got to be right on the money. And the reason they have to be on the money, because when that drill press comes down the first time, it's got to be right on the crown. It's got to be, I think it has to be right on dead center. Okay? That's fine, the first one. If the next one isn't, it starts walking. Even if you got a center punch, you got to have that first line just perfect. And there's no such thing as perfect, but if you had the right equipment, you could probably pull it off, and I can't pull it off, and I think this is going to be a fail. But I'm going to try it anyway. This is, you know, I really, really want this to work out. I really do. And I really, really don't think it's going to. I'm not being cynical. I'm just being realistic. My drill press is not top of the line. It's about 6 foot tall. It's never been anchored to the floor, and I have to anchor to the floor, number one. Then I have it hooked up to my table at the shoe shack, and the drill press hangs over, so I got to put a fence up. So, and then I got to recut this. This was just a trial. What I have to do is, this has to be, wherever the drill is, has to be right dead center. So I got to recut these because this is a little bit higher. That end is a little bit lower than this. So you want it straight. I don't know if it's straight. I hope it's straight. You know, if it was a flat square block and it started creeping a little bit at a time, you would notice it, but on a flat stock, you're more apt to not you're more apt to get a square, you know, a 90-degree right off that. That's why I went out and bought a new square. But anyway, and I bought this little ruler, and I bought a glass, magnifying glass, so I can get this as perfect as I can, and that's about the best it gets. But anyway, when that drill bit comes down, she's got to be right there, dead center, because if she is, it's beautiful. Then I can just keep sliding this down against the fence and do the next one, and next one, and next one. But if that one isn't, if this line isn't perfectly straight, I'm screwed. Because she's going to start being, this is exaggeration, she's going to start drilling over here. You know, and then it gets wonky. That's what happened to this. Plus, I made a jig for it, but not a very good jig, because I thought I could drill through stainless steel real easy and hold it to the table. Not true. Because when it breaks through the stainless steel, it wants to grab and spin. This is copper. It's going to be easier. Where's my backup? Yeah, I got a backup to a backup. That's what's underneath that paper, is a piece of copper, which needs to be sanded, which that's an all-day event as it is. that's in case everything goes haywire, and I think it's going to. If everything goes haywire, I'm going to slide that copper pipe on that, polish it out, and this wasn't, where'd the other piece go? I don't need to lose that piece. Oh, here it is. This is stainless steel, and I got a wire feed welder, and that's it. So I have to, if I slide this copper, if I slide this copper over here and polish it, it'll be okay. It ain't what I want. But I'm trying to save this piece because I could spend $100 for a new stainless one, and I still might, because like I said, if you're not willing to throw it away, you're not willing to get anything different. And you can see how one of the major problems was I didn't have this clamp to the table. I just thought I had it on that, and I thought I could hold it, and you can tell just looking down at that. Maybe the first few holes are good, but then it starts, see right there, it's starting to walking over to the right, then it comes back, and then it walks to the right a little bit. It was a freaking nightmare, and then I just quit. So I thought I'd do copper on that, because I don't have faith, but I still have hope that I could do it on this copper, because it'd be easier to drill through. Well, I did some research, and they said so you don't get that burr inside once you drill through it, that you should get a wooden dowel. Well, Menards and Lowe's ain't got no wooden dowel that close. All they had was closet rod. It was about a 1/4 inch too small. So I had to come up with something. This is going to be another jerry rig. This does not even fit. And another concern of mine is copper's kind of sturdy, but it's not. Once you start drilling all that holes, you're going to have, I don't know, you're going to have more holes than you are going to have material. And is this going to just, I don't know, crumble because there's so many holes? I don't know. So this does not fit in here, and this is the closest thing I could get. So I got to cut this down, this PVC pipe, and I got to split it, take a section out so I can shove it, hammer it inside there, so it gives me a backer, so hopefully it'll stop it from crushing. And Gemini said that you'll start getting these burrs like right there if you don't have a wooden dowel in the back. Well, you can sand this out, but how are you going to get the one that's way down there? What, a rod and a piece of sandpaper? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been doing. I haven't center punched my holes yet. Tomorrow, go to the shoe shack, build a fence, anchor it to the table, try to square it as much as I can, anchor the drill press down, and then what I plan on doing is drilling a hole and then have like a screw through it, so then when the drill press comes down the center of that hole, then when I get that all done, take the screw out, hopefully line it back up, and then go to the next one, put a screw in it, take the screw out, then line it back up, and hopefully it's right on the crown every time. There's a lot of room for failure, a lot of room for human, how do I say it? Human error. I thought it was good. In my mind, I thought it was going to be a pretty good idea. But then again, I'm the guy that puts Spanish foam in a wing to stiffen it up and thinking it wasn't going to expand the wing, and it did. And actually, the wing should have been here yesterday, but it's not here. Had to buy another one. But anyway, I have to try. Even though I say the odds are I'm not going to be happy with it. I say I could drill all the holes, but I say they're not going to be all perfectly the way I picture it, and it's going to be junk. And then I'm going to have to take that copper and slide it over and yeah, polish that out, and it'll just be solid, which I don't want. And another thing that I got to weld this, take this off the board, weld it from inside, and weld it inside here on an angle once I have this off, and welding here, because I already have the copper sleeve on, because I can't weld there. This might end up being junk too, to be honest. It's a really, the possibilities are pretty, I say the odds of this working out to my expectations, and I'm hoping it'll come out to be a scale of 1 to 10, it'll be a 7. I'd be content. I know nothing's perfect. I feel out of 1 out of 10, the failure rate is going to be 9. Yeah, that's probably that's the odds against me, that 90% it's gonna fail. And then I'll be irritated, but if I don't do it, I always wonder if I could do it, and if I can do it, after that it's gonna be a lot of work deburring this down in here, because that drill bit doesn't cut beautiful, and you gotta polish all that rough. Because all this is copper pipe. It isn't. There's stress marks in it. There's actually even stamps in it. Let me see if you can see it right there. There's stamp marks in it that you got to sand out, and you got to go to different levels, and you're sanding copper, which I've done it, but it's a hassle. Then I get it all done, and then if it is successful, I'm gonna complain about that I got to polish it all the time, because I already complaining about all this brass and copper and stuff up here on this motor that I have to, because my philosophy is, if you can't reach it, how can you polish it? I polished it when I put the acorn nuts on, but if you can't reach the stuff, it goes to the hell in a handbasket real quick. But anyway, that's about all I got to say today. Piece of property, piece of oneself, piece on earth, rest in peace, bigger people died, piece of action, piece of pussy, piece of corn dog, piece of pizza. And when the big dogs get all done eating, even the puppies like me get a piece of something, motherfucker. Maybe, just maybe someday, I'll stop getting these harebrained ideas and stop wasting time. Because when things fail, it's just wasted effort, wasted time, wasted money, frustration. But if it comes out, it's going to be some pimp daddy shit, but I don't think so. Anyway, was a shaky cam less this time? Not really enough snow to run that sled in my eyes. I could, but there ain't no trails around here anyway. Yeah, it's a whole nother story. It's about that time. Enjoy your evening.